different people have had different reactions to October 7th. You opened merchandising.
Yes, I actually went to a private event and they were giving out these dog tags, military dog tags, and they were just horrible qualities. I went up to the person who designed them and I was like, why don't you make them a little bit more sturdy, make it more jewelry like? And they're like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Israeli?
Israeli. And that sentence, you don't know what you're talking about, go back to, I come from the world of entertainment. And I literally went to my guys in downtown the next day. I said, okay, what can you guys design for me? I given them a design and we started mass production. We signed up with the IAC, Chabad's, all these shuls, all these nonprofit organizations, just to create fundraising for them. And it worked off, and slowly but surely I started designing more and more items. And right now we have probably 150 items. And then about a few months later, I had a design in my head called with a lion with a khamsa, and called the company Aryeh. And it's so now we have a clothing line as well. And then we started off right after the hostages. We created a shirt line that says "Lo nishkach, lo nislach." We won't forget, we won't forgive, and on the back, never again. And with these are 100%, all the proceeds go to donations.
When you say never forget, what's it referring to in this case?
The October 7th massacres. I think it's still crazy to me that there is a part of the world that's kind of like, what's wrong with that? Israel's the perpetrators, Israel's the villains, and it's like, what are you guys talking about? So
where do you think they got that impression?
Just bad education and just lots of hatred, unfortunately.
How about TikTok propaganda?
Yes. Sure, of course. That's part of it. A lot of misinformation and a lot of just ignorant people that just go on TikTok and other social media platforms that they do zero research. They see something that is produced and they're like, yeah, sure, okay, sure, we'll go by it. They like to fight for the underdog, and the underdog is the Palestinian people and all that good stuff, but they're doing it to themselves.
But there is a lot of propaganda produced, not just by Al Jazeera, including Al Jazeera, propaganda produced that shows the suffering of Palestinians that Hamas evoked. They provoked and evoked.
Correct. Hamas is definitely the bad player here. There are absolute Arabs in the region that the only thing they would want is to live in peace. Hamas is of course in there, not allowing that. They purposely place children and women and where they're doing bombings and all that good stuff, and just to create more casualties on purpose. And so it's a dirty game.
But half the population has been misled essentially into the nature of Hamas and their...
Correct. I think more than half, but yes.
You say you come from the entertainment field?
Yes, I've been a talent agent for about 20 years.
So what's it like being Zionistic in Hollywood nowadays?
Not fun, but I carry Israel in my heart, so I don't care. I represent a lot of Israeli actors. It's my job to bring them and break them into the Hollywood scene. So yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Is this now like a side hustle because Israel is not so welcome as it used to be?
My talent agency?
I mean, is this merchandising now a side hustle to make up for any have you feel like you've been discriminated against?
Well, the side hustle, it became a side hustle. It started off as a side hustle and then it became more full time. And but I still fully run the talent agency, and I still fully run this company. So I have a good team.
Have you experienced discrimination, or people experience discrimination because of their pro-Israelism?
Yes, I had some clients drop me after I posted, specifically right after October 7th, pro-Israel material. And they were kind of shocked, like, what do you mean? What about the other side? I was like, well, I'm from this side, so I'm allowed. to stand up for my people, and they just did not like the tone or what I stood for, and they said they're big money makers, and they walked right out the door.
So there's a lot of influence, right? Essentially propaganda influence from, unfortunately, the left, where so many artists and talented, right, creatives are.
Yes.
Yeah. How can Israel win those people back over?
Israel's number one problem after the violence and all the good stuff is Hasbara. They do not.
Which is PR
Yeah, they're horrible at PR for whatever reason.
as a government.
Yes, as a nation, like we do amazing things. Just we have to get the other side is just better at PR. For whatever reason, and we have all the tools, all the great minds, the finances, you name it. Great cause, but just the PR just sucks for us, and that's I think a major issue. We have to do a lot better. I don't have the answer of how to improve, but we just got to do something.
Where can people order merchandise from you?
If they go to kochlani.com, KOCHLANI, .com, we ship worldwide. If they're interested in the clothing lines, it's REARYEH style.com.
How is it for you here today?
It was wonderful. I've come here every single year. It's a great community. Jews, Israelis, American Jews, and our people. So
Good turnout, even though despite the weather?
yeah, I think it was a little bit of a lower turnout than we generally expected, but we made it work.
Is this your first year doing this? I
No.
mean, here at the IAC Shepherd?
No, I've been doing it every year since they've been doing it.
What's the sense that you get from other Israelis about Israeli identity in America today?
Most of them, specifically the Israeli crowd, they're proud of it. They don't necessarily hide it. Every once in a while, I'll have somebody come and they say, "Oh no, I can't wear something like this. It's I'm too afraid," or something like that. They're a little bit more silenced about it. But for the majority of it, people are very proud, and they'll wear their chais, their chamsa, their Magen Davids, and I'm proud of it. So I'm loud and proud, and that's how we should be. We shouldn't go into hiding.
What about people who used to wear IDF and IAF insignia merchandise? How safe is that to walk around with in America today? I mean, in LA nobody walks, but in the malls and things where people can be seen by other people.
I think it's equal to wearing a Star of David. I think most people don't know what the IDF is. A Star of David is more recognizable. But those that know, you might they might get started some shit or something like that.
But is this like an oasis for you, where you can feel relaxed about your identity?
Yeah, absolutely. It's I'm proud of it, and it's my job to get as many soldiers out there on the field, just being proud and of our identity, and be proud of proud Jews, proud Israelis, proud human beings.
When you say soldiers on the field, it's a metaphor?
Yes, of course.
What meaning what?
Proud Israelis, proud Jews. Not to hide behind our identity. There's no shame in what we do, and who we are. We are proud of it, and we should be.
Proud of what in what way?
Our culture, our religion, our backgrounds. So all of it.
How about the way the war is being prosecuted?
That's already politics, and there's no winning in that. You can be on one side or the other side. It's just like any other politics in the world, United States, Venezuela, Canada. There's people on this side, people on this side. That I'm really not getting into. But at the end of the day, Israel first, no matter what.
What about the allegations of genocide that you hear from people on the left and from Muslims?
Propaganda, 100%, and they're winning that war, unfortunately, by spreading just
slurs, slanders.
Correct. And that's
Like
it's a shame. So
you see a parallel to the way the German public got turned against their Jewish neighbors?
Yeah, they're using the same recipe book, right? So I keep saying this is right now the 1920s in Germany, right now. Maybe late 20s. If something doesn't happen to our favor, God forbid, this could get a lot worse very, very quickly.
For Jews in the diaspora.
Correct. And thank God we have a state of Israel. We have a strong military. We have some strong people, but again, we do need to get united and come together and not fight about nonsensical things.